Shabbat Shalom from Temple Concord. This week we're going to be celebrating Simchat Torah. And on Simchat Torah, which is called the Joy of the Torah, we finish reading the book of Deuteronomy and we begin reading the book of Genesis. Our tradition teaches that we start immediately after finishing, which teaches us many important lessons for life. One of them is that life doesn't really end or begin at a set time, that everything is cyclical and things keep going. A second is that we never finish learning, that just as we think we're about to conclude one cycle of learning, another comes and says it's time to start anew, to try new things. And a third is that when we reach this joy, this wonderful moment of completion, that the best way to mark that joy is to start a new project. And so this Thursday evening we'll finish the book of Deuteronomy, which ends with the word Yisrael, and we'll begin with Bereshit, in the beginning, in Genesis. Yisrael and Bereshit end with a lamed and begin with a bet, and those two letters together make lev, heart. There's also Yisrael Bereshit, in beginning Israel, or Bereshit Yisrael, in the beginning Israel. Wonderful ideas and concepts to talk about how does Israel find its role in the beginnings of time and in our hearts, and where does our own heart and soul play into all of this. For us, here at our temple, Simchat Torah marks not just the end of one cycle and the beginning of another, but really the beginning of our programming year. We've celebrated a wonderful and joyous High Holy Day season. We had Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, and we've had a glorious Sukkot. But now the real school year begins, and the year begins with our speakers and our classes and programs. Soon we have a trip to Israel, and on and on and on. All the things you've seen in the program book. I hope that you'll enjoy this moment of change, of transformation, as one year and one cycle comes to an end and the next begins, as much as we will. And I hope you'll be a part of our celebration both Thursday evening and this coming Shabbat. We have services at 6 o'clock. You'll be done in plenty of time to go to the SU game, which kicks off at 8, and Shabbat morning with Torah study at 10, followed by services at 11. In the meantime, I wish you a sweet new year, and I hope that as we return to the book of Genesis, the stories of the origin of our people and our tradition, that you too can re-engage and re-energize and find new meaning in those ancient stories and ancient ideals. For now, though, Shabbat Shalom and Chag Sameach.